Hello, hello! So, this is the third video, and the topic today is going to be changing your inner dialogue. So, I don't really have notes for this one, but the main thing that I want to cover is your upper and lower perception. So, another way to describe that is we all have an inner voice within us, but understand that this voice is not solidified, because it sometimes bursts out into other little distractions, other little manifestations that break apart the inner voice. Sometimes that can be depression, anxiety, some of these psychological symptoms. I'm not saying that I am an expert in psychology and mental health, but I know of practices that can help your mental health. And one of those is being aware of your inner voice. Being aware of your inner voice will do wonders for your mental health. And so how do you do that? Well, you know how I talked about slowing down and realizing that you are an observer instead of always a participant, and that how you can actually step back from the moment to actually have more prudence and foresight and have more care? That will allow you to manifest more positive energy into your life by opening up yourself to your heart. Your heart is where your core is. That is where your love and your compassion is for yourself. And so once you build that for yourself, build love for yourself, you're able to give love to others. And so what I mean by love is a thing in your mind that you want this person to have good things, this person to be their better self, this person to step into their inner light. That is what is meant by love. It's a good intention. I know that there's a lot of philosophers who cover the topic of love because it's very complicated, but another way to think about it is atoms. We are attracted to opposite things. It's just how we are sometimes, but we find similarities in our opposites. So every time there's an opposite, there's a similarity in the opposite that is found. So that is why the symbol of the yin-yang, how there's the dot of the black and white on each corresponding side, that to me represents the correspondence of the brain, right and female, and how there is an inner sub, female and male energy. And this is just physics. I'm not trying to give any cultural or social attributes to this concept. This is an ancient concept that could be found in Hermetic texts such as the Kabbalion, which speaks about gender as being one of the principles of the universe. And so I see it as related to physics. So the giving energy is male, but you have to pull back. You have to receive in order to give. That is what flow is. So that is what the universe is, and I see it as being something that's alive and awake. And so you are alive and awake. Inside of you is your voice. It is your voice. And your voice wants you to be your higher self. So when I was talking about the upper and lower perceptions, so understand the lower perceptions are you just trying to get through your day. You're just trying to get to work on time. You're just trying to do a good job at work. You're just trying to regulate, self-regulate, eat healthy. That is lower perception, even though we have to work on it too. What is higher perception? That is when you are cultivating gratitude within those moments. Yes, it's really that simple. That's the only distinction. Everything else that you think is lower perception. How do you get out of lower perception? The only way to get out of lower perception is to cultivate gratitude. Why? Because when you cultivate gratitude, you realize you have love and compassion for yourself. Gratitude is a very personal thing. Very personal. You can't really give other people gratitude until something else has come out of it. Really, it has to be you first. So This is why we're talking about the inner in this video. We're talking about the inner dialogue. We're not talking about the outer dialogue. We're talking about the inner self. So seeing your gratitude will make your inner voice stronger. And you will be able to stand above the lower perception voices that we are all prone to. We're all prone to them. Why? Because there's so much stimuli happening in the universe at all times. Because of the constant force of stimuli that's happening in the universe, our lower voices are crying out all the time. We can't figure out what's what at times. And that's why people get angry. That's why people say random things that they don't mean. I've seen it. I've seen it. So, the best way to step back from the lower voice is to have gratitude. And then you will rise up to your higher voice. It's a practice, I know. It's really lofty and sounds simple, but you will find that when you cultivate gratitude, you're actually speaking to yourself. You're speaking to yourself and thinking, wow, I went through that. Wow, I'm here. This world's so amazing. We are so lucky to be here. We are so grateful to be here on planet Earth. To be able to laugh and love and to have a voice and speak your truth. That is what's so special about being human. Is that we can speak our truth and that we can say, this is what happened to us. And we can see that we're so lucky that the divine has given us the life of love. The life of love. And we may live a life filled with love. That is the gift of God. The gift of God is that we are here on earth. And this is so special. This is so special. I can't even begin to tell you how lucky we are. That we can drink coffee in the morning. That we can drink coffee. You know, it's called a glimmer. Finding those little things that make you happy. You know, whether it's going outside, doing a thing in the morning to see the sunrise, or taking a walk after work. There's all these little glimmers that we have, whether it's reminiscing on an old memory of one of your favorite camping trips, or your favorite concert, or even a sad memory that has a good thing about it, like when your family came together during a funeral. You know, there is hope. There's hope in the most tragic moments because people pull through and people are good. People are good. People are kind. And people love each other. They do. They don't mean to hurt each other. They really don't. It's all because of a misunderstanding that the lower perception has taken over them. That they didn't realize their higher perception of being so lucky to be here. When they see that, they'll find their inner love and their inner light. And they'll be able to share it with others, and more people will find their inner light. I truly believe people will become better. I do. So drink your coffee in the morning and smile. And when you smile, you would make other people smile. And it is a ripple effect. So this is my discussion on changing your inner dialogue.